Well, first of all, I think the process that the city departments are going through right now to prioritize all of their services and their resources, I think that's a good thing. Oftentimes, our initial reaction is just to take a meat cleaver approach and slash every department's budget. That's not always the best solution. Sometimes you can be more effective with a scalpel. And some departments, unfortunately, in the city have had their budgets severely raided over the last few years to pay for special projects, and they're less able to cut. And there are other departments that, for one reason or another, I think have more room for belt tightening. So I think completing this process is a really good first step. And I think that every department has to be analyzed carefully. I think unfortunately, there are some good programs and probably some services that we're going to have to suspend during this budget crunch. I think it's important, though, that everybody involved approaches it from the standpoint that we're all in this together. I don't think there's a single department that is going to be exempt, and everybody's going to have to step up to the table and make some cuts and do more with less. I support the settlement. I think that it strengthens the language and the policies that were included in the general plan. I think those policies are good for Stockton. I think anybody that thinks we can continue to grow the way we have been growing, not just in Stockton but everywhere, I think it's ludicrous. With the price of gas and everything that's going on, we know that growth is coming, and 65% of our projected growth is going to be homegrown. It's our kids, so we have to accommodate that growth, or else our kids are going to be priced out of our housing market here, and they're going to have to leave. I know, because I grew up in a community that stopped all development for over 30 years, and from my generation on, we all had to leave because we couldn't afford to live in our hometown anymore. And I don't think any of us wants to see that. But we need to make sure that our development and our growth is quality growth, and it's good for our community overall. We're going to have to grow smarter, we're going to have to grow up, we're going to have to be denser. We need to focus on transit-oriented projects that really help us build walkable, sustainable neighborhoods. And none of the new development can come at the expense of our existing commercial or residential neighborhoods. When it's all said and done and a new development comes online, we need to make sure that it's overall, it makes Stockton a better community. It doesn't take away from what we already have. So. Well, obviously I'm not on council yet, so I'm not privy to a lot of the details of those agreements. But as I said before, I think everybody needs to understand that these are tough economic times for all of us. I'm not sure if the police union is aware of how their position is resonating with the general public. Most people in this community would be thrilled at the prospect of a 9% raise. And the fact that they're stating it's not good enough for them, I don't know if they're aware of how the average citizen in Stockton is reacting to that. And I really do believe, we are all in this together. This is hurting all of us, everyone, every segment of our economy, and I think we're all going to have to take some responsibility for getting us out of it.